Hi, I'm John Kaiser. Welcome to my office on board Salt Patrol. Do a lot of rigging here on the boat because mainly I leave a lot of tackle here on the boat. So when I'm in at the dock or even sometimes here at home, what I'll do is sit down out here on the table and go ahead and rig up some stuff. What we're going to do today is basically rig some Hootchies on the end of some spoons. So we got some Kingfisher type spoons here, and we're going to go ahead and install a little micro mini Hootchie on there. And you can put different colors on there, but the things you're going to need to make this happen is you're going to need some number 4 split rings. So you got to get yourself some split rings. You're going to need some number 5 swivels, or what we refer to as 1/0 swivels. Some of these, and you're going to need some squids, of course. The 1 3/4 inch number 15 is the best, but if you can only get the mini Hootchies, just bring some scissors. They still work. All you got to do is trim just a little bit of them off, depending on where you're going to put them on, and then whatever hook you want to use. So if you're using, mustads or whatever it's going to be, just grab some open eye hook. But you got to have hooks that the eye is open on, so we can go ahead and attach them to that. And then we'll go ahead and get started here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with this. Basically a Kingfisher spoon that has a welded ring and a hook attached to it. And then what it's going to evolve to is a Kingfisher spoon with a split ring, a number 5 swivel, and a new hook attached to it. And it allows it to turn all the way around now. Okay, so I'll show you how we go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're going to start with a Kingfisher spoon. So I've just taken this one out of the package. As you can see, you got a welded ring attached to on the top end and one on the bottom. And I got a hook here. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead, you're going to need a few tools. What I do is I have a set of nippers here. And I'll just go ahead and cut this off. So I'll cut it in a couple spots, and that will pop right off. So now I have this basically a hook with nothing on the end of it, and I'm going to go ahead and attach a split ring. Okay, a lot of people ask, can I reuse the same hook? Not really. What ends up happening is you bend this eyelet back out and it snaps off. So you're better off, saying goodbye. Hooks are like the cheapest thing that we use when we're fishing. So we'll go ahead and get that one out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and attach this split ring. Now one of the handiest tools I've ever found is this pair of split ring pliers. These things I use all the time. So this is just a pair of Shimano, and if you notice it has a little point on the end of it here, and it just allows me to grab the split ring and pull it apart. So I go ahead and slide it up in here, come down to the end right here, wherever I want to make it split, grab it with this edge, and you'll see that it moves apart right there. It makes it really easy to go ahead and attach anything to it if I want to put a hook in there or whatever I want to do. Okay, I have my hook here. First thing I'm going to do is, you notice it's already open. I'm going to go ahead and bend the barb down. That way I remember, so there's never an incident out on the water. I never tie anything up that doesn't have the barb already bent down, so there's never an issue. Okay, so I got that down, nice and flat. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and attach my swivel. Here's my number 5 barrel swivel. You notice that the barrel's fairly good size. That's to give the head of the squid something to hang on to. So I'm going to go ahead and hang this on here, like this. I'm going to take my pliers. Sometimes you just got to widen this just a little bit. Okay, so I got my barrel on the end of the eye here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and crimp down my eye. Okay, so that's nice and tight. Alright, so I got a barbless hook attached to the swivel. Now I'm ready to go. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take this and pick the squid of my choice. So I could go to the store, get whatever I want. In this case, I'm setting these up for blackmouth fishing, so I went with a double glow octopus here. So it's a nice little micro mini, but it's a double glow in the dark. So as you can imagine, that works really well down deep. So what I need to do is just trim it a little bit. Since I'm not worried about line going through it, and I got to put the end of the swivel through it, just take a pair of swift scissors. I'm going to come in here and just cut that little bit of the end of it off right about there. Just like that. Okay, I cut my squid off, got a little bit of that edge off here, and I'm just going to slide it on top of the barrel. Stick that through there, and that pops through. It's sitting on there. You can see it kind of covers the hook up a little bit. Alright, so that's the easy part. Now what we're going to do is just go ahead, and we need to put a split ring on here so we have a point of attachment for here. The easiest way to do that is go ahead and get yourself a pair of split ring pliers. This just happens to be a pair from Shimano that I've used for a number of years. As you can see, it's got a little indent here. And those little points make it easy to grab at and go ahead and split the ring. So I'll go ahead and slide this on here, get it out here to the end where I want it to split. You'll notice, see how it moves apart. Then I can just go ahead and take my ring and insert it in here and slide that around. So I'll grab it like this, move it around. I can grab it, work it really easy and quick, and boom, that part's attached. And the last thing we're going to do is just go ahead and attach this to the spoon itself. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to grab it with my split ring pliers, go ahead and split this. Oop, get it right here at the end. Okay, get my spoon, slide it in there, slide that around till it locks all the way. Boom, it's done. Now we have a completed unit ready to fish here. So here's our Kingfisher, our double glow squid, and our new hook, followed by a thing. So this is kind of a nice setup. I've had good luck with it this winter already, fishing it this way, and it's been very productive. Caught a lot of blackmouth on them. So there's several colors, many ways to go ahead and insert your own way you want to do it, whatever color Hootchie you decide you want to use for the pattern, the time of year, whatever you're trying to simulate. You can go bigger, you can put it on bigger spoons. I could do the same thing on here, with the larger size Kingfishers. Still works. Same kind of deal, not a problem at all. Now one of the other tricks I'm going to do is I'll do one on a coho killer here just so you can see the difference. So I'll go ahead and take this coho killer. A lot of people haven't done it on a coho killer, but it works really well. Okay, so I got a coho killer out of the box here. What I'm going to do is the same thing I did the other one. Go ahead, cut this off, take the ring off, the hook comes out, boom, I got a place to start. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab the hook I want to fish. In this case, I'm probably going to go with a number 2-aught Gamakatsu on this one, side wash. That's a pretty popular hook to retie on these coho killers. We actually have a video that shows you how to rig one with just a hook on itself. So I'm going to use that as my attachment point. So what I'll do is go ahead and do like I did before. Go ahead and bend down the barb. This is a good thing to do not only to save the fish when you're trying to let them go, but it also saves your hand if you make a mistake when you're trying to rig the squid here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and attach that to my swivel. Okay, so that's in. Go ahead and bend this down. Okay. Ready to go. Now I'll go ahead and take my squid of choice. In this case, I think I'm going to go with probably the same thing. I'm going to go with the glow. Again, I'm rigging it for blackmouth fishing, so I want something that's going to have a little bit of glow to it. And the squid, and this already has UV in it. Silver Horde puts a good coating of UV and glow on here, so this is just going to add a little extra glow, give it a little bit more attractor. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to trim off the head just a little bit so that it can move through, so we can go ahead and shove the swivel through here. And then I'll go ahead, put this in. Slide the ring right through there. Boom. It's over the barrel, it's not going anywhere. And I'll do the exact same thing. I'm going to grab a split ring pliers. Go ahead and move that apart just a little bit. Get my swivel in here. Over top of that. And move that through. Just grab it with the pliers. It moves right around real easy. So that's attached. Again, we're all set. And we'll go ahead and attach this to the coho killer. Okay, so I got her done here. She's attached. I got the split ring on, squid's on, hook's on. The last thing you want to do, because this is a lighter spoon than say fishing the Kingfisher, is go ahead and bend this just a little bit. As you can see, there's a couple bends in there. Just exaggerate the bend just a little bit, about like that. Okay, now what that'll do is it'll make up for the little bit extra bit of weight we just added here with the hook and the squid on here. So now you got a little bit longer, kind of simulates that little bit longer candlefish. This thing's going to be flipping around. It's got that nice glow Hootchie back there. It doesn't interfere with the hook at all, and it's going to prove really well for fishing. Okay, so we finished up. Basically, I rigged a few squids up here on back of some different things. So we have a coho killer, we have a Kingfisher, another Kingfisher. Again, you can put whatever you want. You know, it's nice. Go to Sportco, go to Outdoor Emporium, pick up the Hootchies you want. Go ahead and buy swivels and split rings in bulk. It's a little cheaper and easier, and then just rig them all up at one time. Last thing you're going to do is pick what you want to do. Is I go ahead and attach mine to a Pro Troll flasher. I run 25-pound mono, usually fluorocarbon, to whatever I'm going to fish. In this case, I got a White Lightning Kingfisher, you know, set up already with a little translucent squid on it. So, you know, the colors are however you feel like you want to rig yours. It'll work really well. And like I said, I found that this has been very productive for blackmouth fishing. So Hope to see you guys out in the water. Hope this helps a little bit with your fishing, and take care. Captain John out.